Okay, this is your maths problem for the week. I've got a suit of cards, the clubs. Okay, put them in a particular order, and your aim is to guess what is the order that the cards are in. Okay, so I'm going to give you a clue. So if I spell each letter or number, okay, it should give me that particular card. So the first one is A, so A, C, E, ace. T, W, O, 2. T, H, R, E, E. F, O, U, R. F, I, V, E. S, I, X. S, E, V, E, N. E, I, G, H, T. N, I, N, E. T, E, N. J, A, C, K. Q, U, E, E, N. And the last one is a king. So what was the order that the cards were in originally? Let's see if we can work that one out.
Hello and welcome to GCSE Maths for this week. I hope you had a go at that maths problem. Please leave your answers in the comments below. Just to recap, in terms of an update on the GCSE and COVID-19 situation at the moment, we're still awaiting further information from the government and the exam boards. So as soon as we know, we will let you know. So please be patient with that. So to start off with, this is your 5 a day. So some mixed topics for you to have a go at. Press pause, give yourself 10 minutes, and then we can go for the answers. Fantastic, well done. Okay, so your first question, what is the square root of 49? So square root of 49 means a number that you can multiply by itself to get 49. And then the opposite of a square root is a power. So what is the answer to 4 to the power 3? That means 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, and the answers were 7 and 64. Alex selects a cube from a bag containing 7 red, 1 green and 5 white cubes. So in total, 7 add 1 add 5 is 13 cubes in total. What's the probability that she picks a white cube? And what is the probability that she picks a red or white cube? So the total of the red and white is 7 add 5, which is 12. Using that information, the answers were 5 out of 13 for the white cube and 12 out of 13 for red or white cubes. Okay, so when we multiply two terms together, we can multiply the numbers and the letters together. So 5 times 4 would be the number of the letters. 5 times 4 is 20, so the answer will be 20y. When we add together terms in algebra, we look for like terms. So the 5x and the 4x are like terms, and the 2y and 6y are like terms. So collecting together the like terms, it gives me 9x plus 8y, and 5 times 4y is 20y. Remember, when you're multiplying together fractions, make the denominator the same. So rewrite them as fractions out of 21 and do your calculation. So again, for this question, again, rewrite them as fractions out of 21 and do your calculation. So you need to multiply top and bottom by a number to get a fraction out of 21, write an equivalent fraction. So the answers are 13 out of 21 and 5 out of 21. Mary gives Jenny more cubes and rectangles, so that she has a total of 15 shapes altogether. So here we have 8 shapes, so we need, I shouldn't have used that. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more shapes to make a total of 15. The probability that she chooses a circle is 1/3. 1/3 of 15 is 5, so there must be 5 circles. Got one already. 2, 3, 4, 5, which means the rest of them are rectangles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how many rectangles was she given? The answer is 3. Well done. Brilliant. So your topic for today is Venn diagrams. Not an easy topic to get your head around. Okay, but take your time. If you need to, just press pause, have a coffee break, and come back to it, or rewind the video to recap a certain section of it. Please do so. So don't think you need to go through the whole video in one go. Okay, press pause at any point, have a little break, come back to it. And then again, it is a tough topic. It's not an easy topic, but try your best. And again, if you have any questions, you can always put them into the comment section below. Okay, so your first question is, where should the number 12 go in that Venn diagram? So we've got factors of 36 in the first circle and multiples of 12 in the second circle. So is your answer A, B, C or D? Press pause, give it a go. Okay, so the factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36. So those are the numbers that you can divide into 36. So 36 can be divided by. Multiples of 12 are the numbers in the 12 times table. So 12, 24, 36, 48 and so on. Okay, now where should the number 12 go? So the number 12 is actually in both categories. Okay, so it's a factor of 36 and a multiple of 12. Because it's both of them, it would go in this section of the Venn diagram. Okay, anything that satisfies both categories in the Venn diagram always goes in the middle. So the answer therefore was B. Okay, it's another similar type of question. Where should the number 12 go? Now the two categories are factors of 36 and multiples of 4. So this circle represents factors of 36 and this circle represents those numbers that are multiples of 4. Okay, press pause, give it a go, and then we'll go for the answer. Brilliant, well done for giving that a go. So the factors of 36 are the same as before. I'll write them down again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36. Again, I can divide 36 by each one of those. Multiples of 4 are the numbers in the 4 times table. Okay, so I'm just going to write down some of them. Okay, so what is 12? 12 is a factor of 36 and a multiple of 4. Because it is in both of those categories, it would go into the overlap of the circles in the Venn diagram. Okay, so the overlap represents anything that is a factor of 36 and a multiple of 4. And just note that you only put it in the middle once. Okay, because that 12 is in the middle, it satisfies both of those circles. It's in both of those circles each once. Right, fantastic. Next question. You are only allowed to use the whole numbers between 2 and 15 in this question. So set A, so I mean circle A, includes factors of 12. So this circle is all those numbers from 2 to 15 that are factors of 12, and set B, so this circle, is all those numbers from 2 to 15 that are multiples of 4. So which of the options below gives a full list of numbers that would go in the shaded region? A, B, C or D? Press pause, give it a go please. Okay, brilliant, well done. So the numbers between 2 and 15 are the numbers I can use in the Venn diagram. In set A, I can include factors of 12 only. So that is 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Okay. And in set B, circle B, I can only include multiples of 4 between 2 and 15. And there are only 3 of those, 4, 8 and 12. Okay, so which numbers are the same in both categories? We have 4, which is the same, and a 12 that is the same. So the 4 and the 12 go in the center. Okay, that 4 and 12 is in set A and set B. So now the numbers that are left over in set A are 2, 3 and 6. Okay, 2, 3 and 6. And the number that is left over in set B is 8. They go on the outside of on the outer region of that circle. Okay, so it's still in the circle, but on the not in the center of the circle, or the overlap of the circle, we could say. Now, because we were looking at all the numbers from 2 to 15, okay, so if I make a list of all the numbers from 2 to 15, okay, those numbers that I haven't used, there will be some numbers that I haven't used, need to go on the outside of the Venn diagram. Okay, 14 and 15. Oops. Try again. Okay, so let's look at the numbers that we've used already. So 2's been used, 3, 4, 6 and 12. 8's been used as well. Okay, so the numbers that were not used were 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13 and 15. So they must go on the outside. Okay, so anywhere on the outside, doesn't matter where. 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13 and 15. Okay, so the question was, which of the options below gives a full list of numbers that would go in the shaded region? So that's this region over here. Okay, so the numbers that we're looking at are 2, 3 and 6. Therefore A was the correct answer there. Well done. Okay, so in this Venn diagram, category A represents odd numbers. So anything in this circle has to be odd. Category B represents square numbers. So anything that's a square number, so for example 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 4 is, sorry, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, so 1, 4 and 9 are examples of some square numbers, need to go in circle B. So which numbers shown in the diagram are placed incorrectly? Okay, so A, B, C or D. Press pause, give it a go, and then we'll go for the answer. Brilliant, well done. Okay, so look at those. Let's look at those numbers, that are placed correctly. So odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, and 25. 36 is not an odd number. Okay, even though it's in the green circle or the A circle, okay, it can't be in there because it's not an odd number. So that one's definitely incorrect. Okay, square numbers. So 4 times 4 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. But because it wasn't an odd number, okay, it it was placed in there incorrectly anyway. So the only number that is incorrect in that diagram is 36. Okay, brilliant. You're doing really well. So a running club has 30 members. 12 of the members take part in road races. 15 of the members take part in fell races. Okay, so fell races, that word there, I think that just means off-road. Okay, and then 8 of the members do not run in road or fell races. R represents, R represents those runners who are running on the road. Okay, and F stands for those numbers who are running off-road or fell races. What number should replace the star in that diagram? So you'll have to put that information into the diagram first and then look at what number goes under the star. Okay, press pause, give yourself some time. It might take you more than 30 seconds and then we'll go for the answer. Okay, let's go for the answer then. So well done. Now, not an easy question to get your head around. So first of all, the first information given to me in that question is there are 30 members. That means the total of all the sections of that diagram. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sections of that diagram. If I add up the total of those 4 sections, it will have to add up to 30. Okay, so I'm going to use that to answer this question. Now, 12 members take part in road races. Okay, so that means the total of that circle has to be 12. 15 take part in fell races, so the total of this circle has to be 15. Now that includes those numbers that are in the middle as well as the outside of that circle. And then we're told that 8 do not run at all. Okay, so 8 are going to be outside. Now the question is, how many numbers or how many races are in the middle? Before I answer that question, I need to add up 12, 15 and 8. So if I add them up, that comes to 30. Okay, so it's not 30, 35. Now I'm told in the question that the total is 30. That means there's been a repeat. If I do a takeaway, there's been a repeat of 5. So the number in the middle has to be 5. Now 12 take away 5 is what goes in that region there. 12 take away 5 is 7. Get rid of that 12 now. And 15 take away the 5 in the middle is 10. So again, I can get rid of that 15. Okay, so that is what the Venn diagram should look like. So the number in the middle that replaces a star is 5. Okay, not an easy question to get your head around. Again, press pause, go through it again if you need to. Have a little coffee, come back to it, it's up to you. Okay, again, if you don't understand anything, put comments in the comment section below. Right, a question which you might find quite applicable to you. 120 people were asked if they own an iPhone or an iPad. 31 owned an iPad, 76 owned either an iPad or an iPhone, and 13 owned both. So which Venn diagram showing number of people is correct? So which one of those diagrams is correct? Press pause. It might take you more than 30 seconds. Give it a go. Fantastic, well done. So first of all, the total of all the people asked was 120. So remember, the 4 sections of each diagram has to add up to 120. So before I began this question, the first thing I did was add up the totals of the 4 sections for each A, B, C and D. and they all did add up to 120, so I knew that was correct. 31 people owned an iPad. So the iPad is that circle there for each diagram, A, B, C and D, green circle. And that circle has to add up to 31. So you can see 18 add 13 is 31, that works. But 31 add 13 is not 31. Therefore, the answer can't be B. Now, 76 owned either an iPhone or an iPad. That means the total of both circles, okay, has to add up to 76. So 18 add 13 add 45. That gives me 76. So therefore, that would satisfy that part of the question. But 18 add 13 add 63, okay, would be more than 76. Okay, and last little check there. If 13 own both an iPad and an iPhone, so remember the middle or the overlap of the Venn diagram represents those people who own the iPad and the iPhone. The answer would be A. Okay, so we have another question for you to practice again. A similar score to the last question. 100 people were asked if they owned a PlayStation or Xbox. 32 owned a PlayStation. 52 owned either an Xbox or PlayStation, and 14 people said they had both. So which Venn diagram is correct? Press pause, give yourself however long it takes you, and then press unpause and we'll go for the answer. Okay, well done. So let's look at the key information in that question again. 100 people were asked all together. Again, I added up the 4 sections in A, B, C and D, and they all gave me 100. Okay, so that was fine. 32 people owned a PlayStation. So that is the left hand side. So the left hand side of each diagram tells me how many people owned a PlayStation. So 18 plus 14 is 32. Okay, but 32 plus 14 is 46. So therefore, A and C can't be correct. The next part of the question tells me 52 people owned either an Xbox or a PlayStation. So the numbers in both the diagrams added together, okay, represent those people who owned either an Xbox or a PlayStation. So 18 add 14 add 20. So plus 14 plus 20 comes to 52. But 18 add 14 add 38 is more than 52. Okay, and the last check is 14 people owned both a PlayStation and Xbox. That's the number in the middle. So the correct answer there was B. Okay, so sometimes in GCSE questions they use symbols and letters as opposed to numbers. So I'm going to ask you to have a go at this question. Just press pause, give it a go. So which one of these A, B, C or D represent the section of the Venn diagram that's shaded? I will go for the question, so if you're unsure, just press on pause and then we'll go through it. Right, well done for giving that a go. So let's look at what these symbols mean. So A, and that sign there, which looks like a U, and B, means A or B. That means any section of the Venn diagram that's either A or B. Okay, so either A or B would be that part of the Venn diagram there. So anything that's in both of the circles. Okay, now if it's upside down U, or it looks like an N, okay, that means A and B. So any part of the circle, sorry, any part of the Venn diagram which represents A and B. Okay, both A and B. So if I just put something in the circle and it satisfies both A and B, where would I put it? A and B would be the overlap, okay, which is actually the answer to this question. Okay, so that is the right answer, B. Now let's carry on. So A, remember that U means or, so either A or, and that apostrophe means not. Either A or not B. So what does that mean? Okay, so either A or not B would mean, could be A, so all of that circle represents A, and if it's not B, it can't be in the B circle. So therefore anything that's on the outside of B would be not B. So anything that's either in A or on the outside of B would be C. That's what C would look like. Okay, and lastly, just A would be both sections there, the inside, the overlap, as well as the outside of A. Okay, both sections of the A circle. Okay, fantastic. Again, similar question. So which of these symbols represents that region that's shaded in? So press pause, 30 seconds, give it a go, and we'll go for the answer. Okay, well done. So anything that is in both of those circles, okay, would represent either A or B. Either A or B. Okay, and if you recall from the last slide, okay, A is either A or B. Okay, that symbol there means or, either A or B. So if anything is in either A or B, it would be represented by that symbol, which looks like a U. Well done. Okay, well done. Now I know these are tricky, but it's the last one now, and then I'm going to give you some questions to have a go at. So what region is represented by the shaded section of the Venn diagram? Okay, A, B, C or D. Press pause and give it a go. Okay, so now you can see that everything that's shaded in is everything that's basically not in A. Okay, and that symbol there means not. Okay, so in total, A and that symbol means not A. Anything that's not A is shaded in, which is what's in that diagram. So therefore the right answer is A. Well done. Again, these questions can be tricky. If you need to take your time through it, or recap it in your own time, or write some questions in the comments below, please do so, and I'll get back to you. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Again, this is a tough topic. If you need to recap the video at any point, please do so. You don't need to go through it all in one go. The next part of the video is same surface, different deep. So we'll be looking at Venn diagram related questions in different ways, okay? Because the GCSE questions can look at Venn diagrams from different perspectives. Okay, so your first type of Venn diagram question, we'll call this level 1 type question, is to complete the Venn diagram. Okay, that funny looking symbol here just represents everything. Okay, so all the numbers from 1 to 15 have to be placed in that Venn diagram. So if anything is a multiple of 3, it will go into circle A. If anything is an even number, it will go into circle B. If anything is not a multiple of 3 or an even number, it will go on the outside. So give yourself 5 minutes, draw that diagram, give it a go. Okay, so well done. This is the level 1 of the SSDD, the answers. So the multiples of 3, okay, are all placed in A. So all the numbers that are here that are also multiples of 3, that's 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15, have to be placed in that circle A. Okay, let's just take that off. And if any number is even, it goes into this circle over here. The even numbers are the numbers in the 2 times table, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. Again, you can see that 2 of these numbers are circled twice, the 6 and 12, so therefore they would go in the middle, and the rest of the numbers would go on the outside of the right hand side of circle B. The numbers that are left over, so that is 1, 5, 7, 11 and 13, go on the outside. Okay, so that is a completed Venn diagram for that question at level 1 of Venn diagrams. Okay, this is a level 2 type question now. So you got a paragraph of information, okay, and you need to decipher that information and place it into the Venn diagram. So the information given is in a group of 25 people, that means the total has to be 25. 3 can speak fluently both French and German. And you can see French is represented by the circle F, German is represented by the circle G. 18 can speak neither of these languages. Okay, so that would be on the outside of the Venn diagram. If 2 people can speak German but not French, find out how many can speak French but not German. So first of all, put that information into the Venn diagram. Once you've got that information in the Venn diagram, you'll be able to answer that question. Okay, so give yourself 5 minutes, press pause, and then we'll go through it. Okay, so looking at the key information, there were 25 people in total, so that means the total of all the numbers have to add up to 25. That'll be a little check that we use a bit later on. So 3 people can speak both languages, French and German. That's why that 3 is in the middle there. 18 can't speak any of those languages. That's why 18 is outside. So now, 25 people, okay, is a total of the 4 parts of that Venn diagram. So if I add up 3 add 18, that's 21. Take it away from 25, that gives me 4. So that means in this part and this section over here, the total of both sections has to be equal to 4. I'm then told that 2 people can speak German but not French. Okay, that's why that 2 is there. And if that's 2, therefore 4 take away 2 is how I end up with that number there in just French speaking only. Okay, so well done. Okay, fantastic. So that was level 2 complete. Now this is a level 3 type question. So again, just to remind you that all that symbol means is everything. Okay, so using the numbers in that set, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, 36, 60 and 62. Those numbers that are multiples of 5 need to go into circle A. Those numbers that are multiples of 6 into circle B. So complete the Venn diagram, and one of the numbers is picked at random. Find the probability that it is A or B. Okay? Press pause, give yourself 5 minutes, and then we'll go for the answer. Fantastic, well done. So first of all, in circle A, I need to put all the numbers that are multiples of 5. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 and 60. In circle B, are the multiples of 6. That's 6, 12, 30, 36, 60. Okay, so which ones are going to be in both categories? And so it's 30 and 60. Okay, so 30 and 60 would be in both of those categories, 30 and 60. Okay, so if a number is just a multiple of 5, so that's 5, 10, 15 and 20. Okay, it would go into category A, which means the answer is slightly wrong because it should have 20 there. Okay, and multiple of 6, so 6, 12, 36 would go into part B. So the numbers that are left over are 4, 7 and 62. 4, 7 and 62. Again, just a little error there, so I'm going to cross off that 20. That 20 should have been in category A. So 4, 7 and 62 are the numbers that are not multiples of 5 and not multiples of 6. Okay, so using that information, I can then answer the question in part B. One of the numbers is picked at random. What's the probability that it is A or B? So if you remember, A or B is numbers or everything that is in both of the circles. Okay, so the total of all the numbers in both the circles, so there are how many numbers altogether? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that answer would be 9 out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 out of 12. So 9 out of 12. Okay, if I divide it by 3, it's the same as 3 quarters. Okay, don't worry about that answer over there. It's incorrect. Okay, so that is my answer there. So 9/12 is the probability of picking a number which is either in A or B. Okay, which is simplified down to 3 quarters. Well done. Okay, so for this question, a level 4 type question, you may need to draw the diagrams into a book, or you can do it on screen if you've got the facility, and you're going to shade in the regions shown. Okay, so I won't tell you what the letters and the symbols mean, because I did explain it a bit earlier. Give it a go, and I will explain it if it didn't make sense. So 5 minutes, press pause, give it a go please. Fantastic guys, well done, give it that a go. So first of all, the region which is A, and that symbol means and B, okay, so would be the middle that's shaded in there. So that anything in the middle represents it being in circle A and circle B. So the second diagram means not A and B. So anything that's not A, okay, would be anything outside of circle A. Anything on the outside of circle A would be not A, and if it is B, it would have to be in the B circle. Okay, so anything that's not A, so on the outside of A, and also in the B circle is what's shaded in there. Okay, the next one, if you just look at the inside of the bracket, that means A and B. A and B is just like the first one, the first diagram, okay, is what's in the middle, A and B. Now, that sign there, that little apostrophe, means not. That means the opposite. So anything that's not A and B is anything on the outside of the middle section. Anything on the outside of the middle section is what's shaded in there. And the last one, A or B, represents anything in both of those circles. So if anything is placed in both of those circles, it represents either A or B. Again, because we have an apostrophe, that would mean not. Okay, and anything that's not either A or B, which will be on the outside of both of those circles. Again, that's a level 4 type of question, not an easy type of question to understand. Well done for giving it a go. Fantastic, guys. Well done for giving that a go. Again, some tough challenges for you to have a go at. Now, your task is, under class resources, have a go at worksheet 1. Again, they're based on the levels that were in SSDD. So you've got 4 types of questions: level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. It's enough. You won't be able to complete it in 5 minutes. It may take you maybe 20 minutes to half an hour to complete all 4 questions. If you need to print them out, you can do. If you want to do it on a workbook, a piece of paper, please do. And then we'll go for the answers after this. Okay, so there were 3 questions in level 1. The first one was about Teletubbies and Rosie and Jim. I hope you're not spending your time in lockdown watching too much of those programs, Teletubbies and Rosie and Jim. Okay, so the completed diagram will look something like this. Please check your answer against that answer there over there. That 4 on the outside, just remember means anything that's not Teletubbies or Rosie and Jim. Okay, a group of 100 people were asked if they owned a pair of Converse shoes or Nike trainers. So the first circle is Converse and the second circle is Nike, or Nike, I don't know how you say it. A group of 40 people were asked what they ate for lunch. So they had a choice between sandwiches, fruit and yogurt. Okay, so this is a bit of a different one because it's 3 Venn diagrams put together. So just check your answer with that answer over there. Okay, so these are the answers for the level 2 questions now. So just check it against your questions. The first one is about One Direction and JLS. So that circle is for One Direction and this circle is for JLS. The colours of some flags were recorded. We've got 3 possible colours: red, white and blue. Again, check your answers with those answers over there. Right, so these are the level 3 type questions. The answer to the level 3 type questions now. So the first one was looking at students studying either French or German, and the second one was about orders at a restaurant being either garlic, bread, beer or cheesecake. Again, check your answers, press pause, check your answers, and then we'll have a look at level 4 answers as well. Okay, so these are the level 4 questions. Again, these are the more challenging questions. Level 1 was easier, level 4 is the most challenging. These are the notations for those diagrams. Press pause, check your answers, and then we'll continue. Okay, well done guys. So some of you last week requested a Kahoot. So under the comments section on Microsoft Teams, if you click on the link, you can have a go at the Kahoot. Now, when you have a go at the Kahoot, you must enter your real name. Okay, so please put your real name in so I know who's had a go at the Kahoot. They're based on Venn diagrams, and they're not too challenging. Okay, but it's a bit of a reminder about Venn diagrams. So they're more like level 1, level 2 type questions. There's nothing like level 3 or level 4 in there. Give it a go. I think there's only about 10 questions. Then I can see how you progress in those questions when I have a look at Kahoot. Okay, so well done. Good. Enjoy your Kahoot. Okay, and now we're going to finish off with some exam practice. The whole purpose of us revising and going through Venn diagrams is so that we can answer questions, exam questions on Venn diagrams. So you'll be given exam questions on the screen. Press pause. You have 5 minutes for each exam question, and then we can go through the question. Okay, so this is your first GCSE exam question taken from an AQA paper. It's worth 4 marks in total. Question 1. there are 30 students in a class. The students were asked whether they like going to the cinema or watching TV. So that's the Venn diagram there. So based on that Venn diagram, can you answer those questions there? Press pause, give yourself 5 minutes, and then we'll go for the answers. Okay, well done guys. Okay, the first question, 1A, how many students like watching TV? Okay, that's everything in this circle over here. Okay, and that is a total of 21. Okay, I'm sorry, I've just put that 5 there because I noticed that there are 30 students in the class altogether. So if I add up the total here, that's 25. 4 add 14 add 7 is 25. So 30 is a total. Take away 25 gives me 5. That's where that 5 came from. So 5 don't go to the cinema or watch TV. Okay, how many students like going to the cinema? Okay, but do not like watching TV. So all the students that like going to the cinema is the left hand circle, but some of those also like watching TV. So the 14 of those like watching TV and going to the cinema, but 4 of them just like going to the cinema and not watching TV. So that answer there, 1B, would be 4. Work out the number of students who do not like watching TV or going to the cinema, and that is the 5 that we worked out a bit earlier. So the total is 30 students, and there are 25 in those circles. So on the outside is those that don't like going to the cinema or watching TV, which is 5. Well done. Right, question number 2 then. Okay, again, 5-mark question. A survey of 1,000 university students is carried out. The students are asked whether they live on university campus or whether they own a car. So the results are shown. Read through that information, draw a Venn diagram, complete it, and then have a go at the question in the exam question. Take it from an AQA exam paper. Press pause, give yourself 5 minutes please. Right, brilliant. Okay, so well done for giving that a go. So using that information, okay, the key information in that question, that information there, I can fill out and complete that Venn diagram for 3 marks. Okay, easy 3 marks. 79 students live on the university campus and own a car. So the U stands for those that live on the university campus, and C is for those who own a car. So 79 students live on the university campus and own a car. Okay, so that would be those students who are in both of those categories, which would be the middle of that diagram, which is 79 there. Okay, 401 students live on the university campus, okay, and do not own a car. That is that part there, because the 79 own a car and live on the university campus, but the 401 represents those who live on the university campus but do not own a car. Okay, and lastly, 349 students own a car. That means all of this circle, for C, has to add up to 349. So my calculation to work out 270 would be 349 take away 79, which would give me 270, and that's where that figure comes from there, 270. And lastly, there are 1,000 students altogether. So the total of the 3 circles minus from 1,000 would give me 250. So you can do a check. If you add up those 4 numbers, it will give you the total of the students in the survey, okay, which is 1,000. Okay, a student is chosen at random. What is the probability they do not live on the university campus and do not own a car. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. Okay, there are 250 students, okay, that do not own a car or live on the university campus. There are 1,000 university students altogether. Okay, so the fraction would be 250 out of 1,000. Now the question doesn't finish there. It says give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, so again, it's worth 2 marks. So 1 mark would be for 250 out of 1,000, and your second mark would be for simplifying that down to 1/4 by dividing top and bottom by 250. Okay, well done. That was your complete lesson on Venn diagrams. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your week. Make sure you're looking after your mental well-being as well as your physical well-being, going on exercises. Again, engage in your lessons. Okay, that looks after your mental well-being, ensuring that you're developing your math skills, your GCSE skills, while you're at home as well in lockdown. Okay, so well done. And again, your answers to the problem of the week, please put them down in the comment section. Any questions you have about any work we've done today, put them down in the comment section as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Well done, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.